You might think your home looks beautiful, tidy, and well decorated. You might look around and say to yourself, everything here is clean and in its place. But the truth is, there are objects inside your home that are completely sabotaging the overall look of your space. They're turning what could be a pleasant, welcoming environment into a visually polluted, chaotic, and often tacky mess. And the worst part? You don't even notice it. You look around and believe you're decorating, but in reality, you're cluttering your home with useless ornaments and random junk that shouldn't even be there. I'm the facilitator, and in today's video, I'm going to show you 12 decorative objects that ruin the look of your home, even if it's clean and organized, and I guarantee at least half of them are right there in front of your eyes. Let's get straight to the first one. Item number 1, frames with generic motivational phrases. You know those wall art pieces that say things like "Home Sweet Home" or "Believe in your dreams"? They're the perfect example of outdated decor. Sure, they were trendy for a while, but today they're nothing more than symbols of visual pollution and a total lack of personality. They turn your wall into something generic and soulless. And even worse, they make your home look like a cheap decor store. Do you want a space that tells your story, or do you want to repeat the same phrases half the world has hanging on their walls? Think about it. Do you really need that hanging there? Item number 2, oversized, overly patterned rugs. I know a lot of people won't like hearing this, but it's the truth. Those loud, bold rugs completely destroy the harmony of a room. They dominate the visual space and steal attention away from the rest of the decor. Instead of complementing the environment, they become the center of attention, and not in a good way. On top of that, they collect dirt, require constant maintenance, and make the room feel visually heavy. If you vacuum and still feel like your house looks dirty, maybe the problem isn't the dirt, maybe it's the rug. Item number 3, heavy, bulky curtains. This is a classic decorating mistake. Dramatic curtains full of layers and intricate details might work in old mansions or very large spaces, but in regular homes they simply suffocate the room. They block natural light, create a cramped feeling, and make the house look older than it is. Many people think they're adding elegance to the space, but in reality, they're removing its lightness and sense of openness. Have you ever stopped to wonder if your home looks smaller and darker because of the curtains? Item number 4, artificial flowers and fake plants. There's no way to sugarcoat this. Plastic flowers and fake plants are the definition of tacky decor. They collect dust, fade over time, and even when they're brand new, they almost always look fake. The intention is to bring life into the room, but the result is the opposite. A space that feels artificial and lifeless. If you want greenery, choose real plants. And if you don't want the maintenance, then embrace a clean, plant-free space. That's far better than filling your home with plastic, pretending to be nature. Tell me in the comments, do you still have any fake plants around? And why are you keeping them? Item number 5, too many pillows and stuffed toys. Here's a truth many people don't want to hear. Too many pillows don't make a space cozier. They make it cluttered. And it doesn't matter if they're all perfectly aligned and neatly arranged. Excess always looks disorganized. And if you still have stuffed animals in your bedroom because you think they're cute, I hate to break it to you, that's childish and strips the space of any elegance. 2 or 3 well-chosen pillows are more than enough. Everything beyond that is just useless volume that visually pollutes your living room or bedroom. Item number 6, collections of souvenirs and trinkets. This one is going to hurt. Those shelves full of travel, souvenirs, miniatures, and sentimental objects don't tell a beautiful story. They tell a story about someone who doesn't know how to let go of things they don't need. Even if every single piece holds meaning for you, together They create visual chaos and make the space look messy. Want to preserve memories? Choose 2 or 3 pieces and highlight them. As for the rest, take photos and keep them digitally. Your home doesn't need to look like a souvenir market to have emotional value. Item number 7, seasonal decorations left out of season. This is a mistake many people make without even realizing it. Christmas decorations that stay up until March, Easter bunnies forgotten in a corner, Halloween ornaments still around in July, all of that screams carelessness and laziness. Seasonal objects should appear at the right time and disappear shortly after. When they stay up all year, they're not decorating. They're cluttering the environment. And before you say it's cute, remember, cute is not the same as beautiful, and it's definitely not the same as elegant. Item number 8, wall decals and applied phrases. They were all the rage a few years ago, but now they're one of the clearest signs of outdated decor. Butterfly stickers, motivational quotes stuck on the wall, childish drawings in adult spaces, all of that turns your wall into a cheap-looking billboard. Besides stripping the room of sophistication, they're hard to remove and often leave marks behind. Want personality on your walls? Go for real art, subtle textures, or even just clean, bare walls. Less is more. Item number 9, empty vases, jars, and bottles. This one is a classic example of useless decor. If an object doesn't have a clear aesthetic purpose or a practical function, it doesn't need to be there. Vases without flowers, bottles with nothing inside, jars just taking up space. All of that is pure visual clutter. And the most curious part is that many people don't even realize they're keeping these objects out of habit, not because they actually like them. If something is there just because, it's already wrong. Decoration should have a purpose. Everything in your space should communicate something. And an empty vase communicates neglect. Item number 10, shelves overflowing with junk fake books, empty boxes, outdated photo frames, random miniatures. All of that combined turns a shelf into a storage unit disguised as decor. And even if the objects are beautiful individually, too much of anything kills any sense of harmony. The eye doesn't know where to look, and the room feels messy, even if it's clean. The rule is simple. If your shelf looks too full, it's wrong. Choose just a few objects that truly deserve attention and leave the rest of the space empty. Your eyes and your home need room to breathe. Item number 11, oversized frames and giant clocks. For a while, oversized objects were trendy, but today they have the opposite effect. They throw the whole room off balance. Huge clocks, artwork that covers an entire wall, all of that steals focus and makes the space feel disproportionate. Yes, you can have a statement piece, but if everything is huge, nothing stands out. Sometimes the real impact lies in the empty space, in balance, not in filling every inch of the wall. Item number 12, too many loud, clashing colors. This isn't technically an object, but it deserves a spot on the list because it destroys the look of any home. Overly colorful and heavily patterned decorative items create instant visual chaos. It's as if every piece is screaming for attention. The result is a tiring and confusing environment, even if it's spotless and organized. Minimalism isn't just about having fewer things. It's about choosing them with intention. 2 or 3 dominant colors are enough. More than that, and your home starts to look like a domestic carnival. Now I have a question for you. How many of these items are in your home right now? How many are you keeping out of attachment, habit, or simply because they've always been there? Most of this clutter doesn't need to take up any space at all. It's only there because you've never questioned whether it really makes sense. And that's the key point. A beautiful, elegant, and minimalist home doesn't depend solely on cleanliness. It depends on conscious choices. It's no use cleaning everything every week if your decor is screaming clutter all the time. And do you know what happens when you remove the excess? The space breathes, the important things stand out, and your home begins to radiate calm, harmony, and purpose. In the end, it's not about having a beautiful house for others to admire. It's about creating a space that makes you feel good. And that begins with a simple decision. Stop polluting your environment with unnecessary decorations. Now tell me in the comments, which of these 12 items are you going to eliminate today? And which one did you use to think was beautiful, but now realize was only making your home look cluttered and messy? I want to see how many of you are brave enough to admit that at least half of this list is scattered around your house right now. A big hug, and see you soon.